Greetings and as always, salutations folks, as I welcome you to another helping of Mr H's Hot Pot. You join me today for a bit of a bimble here at Gibraltar Point Nature Reserve, which is not far from Skegness in Lincolnshire, where currently myself, Mrs H and little Toby James are on a fortnight's holiday. Now, apologies in advance for any wind that may get caught on this film, as we are right on the coast here and that lovely weather from last week has deserted us. But fear not, we shall press on and continue with today's little video, which I've come to take a look at today. A 1940s Type 22 pillbox from World War II, which formed part of the coastal defences here along the coast at Lincolnshire. Now, these pillboxes are becoming rarer and rarer as time goes on, as they weren't built to last really. They was only built for the short duration of the war, and slowly erosion and things like that are taking the toll on them. But this one is a good example. Now, I came here the other day, I did a recce of this, but unfortunately the wind was blowing and howling a lot harder than it is today, so I abandoned the other day's filming and I've decided to come here today and try and do this film. So without further ado, we'll slowly make our way towards this particular pillbox, and I'll whip the camera around when I get there and we'll take a look at it, shall we? And here it is, it's just off the path here and just behind this fence. So what I'll need to do is slowly make my way over to that fence and just stride over it at the lowest point, and then we can get right up close and personal and take a little walk around it. Apparently it's a 3-bay pillbox, which means it had 3 openings for 3 machine guns and would have been manned by at least 3 men. Now, they are surprisingly deceptive, these pillboxes. They do look from the outside larger than what they actually are when you get inside them. A bit like the TARDIS in reverse. So I'll just bolt this fence now, get over there, and we'll be able to get up close and personal with this pillbox and take a little walk around what's left of it. So folks, with that fence safely negotiated and Mr H's wedding tattle still intact, we can now make our way over to this Type 22 World War II pillbox. Now, like I said, it's a 3-bay pillbox, which means it would have only been fired from this side. Around the back it's just blank, which we'll take a look at in a moment. And oddly enough, the doorway is at the side there. You'd have to go through that. Now, back in the day, all this sand, I should imagine, wasn't here. It's blown up against this pillbox since the 1940s. You know, it would have been a substantial doorway, that, so obviously the men who was manning this could have got in. I'll just make my way slowly round it, and if I walk up here you'll be able to see the roof of this pillbox. As I say, deceptively they look as though they're larger than what they are when you get inside, because I believe the walls are from 1 foot to 2 foot thick, you know, to offer protection to those who was manning these. And as you can see around the back, there's no openings, so there is just 3 bays in this particular one. And as I said, the Lincolnshire coastline is littered with these, of this particular type, but I've never seen one like this before where the door's been at the side. Usually the door will be at the back here somewhere, and obviously that would always be facing inland where it'd be most protected. There we have another machine gun opening, and it looks like there's been a brick placed in that one for some reason, probably to stop sand and that blowing in. And you can see the type of concrete that these have been made out of. They was hastily thrown together, hence why they're crumbling now as we're heading into the 21st century. It's testament to the men that built these that they're still here so many years on. And this is back at the doorway. Now, as I say, it's only a little crawl space in there today due to the amount of sand and debris that's got in there over the years. And I'm going to make my way in a little bit of a tight squeeze, but with a bit of luck we'll be able to get in. Just duck under here and slowly crawl in here. Now, the first thing you'll notice is It's very tight, this walkway. You know, the roof's there, so I'm sort of on hands and knees now. And it sort of leads round a corner. And then into the bunker itself. So it's very claustrophobic when you're in here. You know, imagine during the war having to come in and make your way around these corners. You know, it's it wasn't built for bigger chaps like myself getting down here. With a bit of luck, I should now be in the main chamber. And there we go. This is where these three men, back in the day, would have manned this machine gun post from. As you can see, there's concrete shelves here, in order so that they could stay in here, a bit like this, looking out, with the rifles. Now, a number of these sometimes had wooden shelves in them, by all accounts, and the slits, they could close them up, sometimes with metal plates, and surprisingly, asbestos, back in the day. The old magic asbestos here. I hope this one hasn't had any asbestos in it. But as you can see, they're very confined. And there's another little machine gun post in that one. So it would have been very, very difficult for the Germans or the enemy to get into these. You know, it would have been very difficult. Now these walls, to me, they seem to be about 1.5 feet thick, about 18 inches, something like that. Now I think I've mentioned this before, but the farmers whose land these was placed on, they was given £5 to demolish these after the war, and many of them just didn't bother. They just left them up, probably used them as a shed or couldn't be bothered demolishing them. And it's testament really, and it's thanks to the laziness of the British farmer, that a lot of these pillboxes are still here. Otherwise we would have lost them, wouldn't we? Right then, I'm going to make my way out of here now, because as I say, it is a little bit claustrophobic. Hopefully I'll be able to negotiate my way back around here and get out. As you can see, it's very, very narrow. Right then, let's see if I can get out in reverse. I can see daylight, hot potters, so it looks like I'm not going to be stuck in here. And there we are, back to civilization. Okay folks, well that'll just about do it for today. Hope you've enjoyed this little look at this World War II Type 22 pillbox here at Gibraltar Point Nature Reserve near Skegness in Lincolnshire. I'm going to head back to the car park now, and hopefully I'll be able to find Mrs H. He'll be parked up with little Toby James, who should have awoken from his daily nap. And then I'm going to get back to the digs, have a change of clothes and a well-deserved shower, because I'm rather mucky after mooching about in that old pillbox. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'm out of here, so until the next time, from myself, Mr H, as always, it is bye-bye for now.